What is up, awesome people, and welcome back to Wi-Fi Wednesday Shenanigans, and shenanigans it is indeed. I got myself a pretty interesting battle for tonight. This one is a mixed tier battle, however, we did do one battle beforehand. It went very lopsided as far as score went. It was actually a 6-0. Since it was really unfair thanks to freeze hacks, we decided to do a rematch, and oh boy, I'm glad I did this rematch. The reason why it is such huge shenanigans is because my opponent bought a full NU water starter T, which was freaking awesome, even though I did set the tiers at UU, so of course I did bring UU Pokemon because I wasn't expecting to be going up against a mixed tier instead. So obviously, yeah, as you can probably kind of tell who won this battle anyways, but the reason why it's so interesting is because it was quite close considering. Then again, I did agree on having quite indeed a fun battle. So a lot of these sets are definitely unconventional sets that you normally run on a Pokemon. I mean, I'm looking at my team already, I'm seeing 2 gimmick sets that you definitely wouldn't run, considering that they're quite situational gimmicks indeed. So we'll jump straight into battle and you'll see exactly what I mean. So yeah, judging from that team, I was expecting a Primplup lead. Usually Primplup leads out, or usually it's Empoleon with Stealth Rock leads. Even in NU, you can run Empoleon with Everlight Stealth Rock leads. Usually it's quite defensive. So I was expecting that from this Primplup. So I went straight for the Sword Dance, expecting for the Stealth Rock lead, obviously, or I can go for an Aqua Jet. Wasn't exactly too concerned if it did go for a Water type move because I do have Focus Sash on this Infernape. And Primplup goes for the Rain Dance, so I know this thing doesn't have like Swift Swim or anything like that because it has Defiant, has its hidden ability, and the close combat there +2 is going to take out the Primplup quite easily. So I'm not too sure if that was defensive or if it's just a extending of the rain item instead. I've blanked on the item. Anyways, War Turtle comes out, so I'm like, this is definitely going to have Fake Out, so it's going to break my sash, unfortunately. So no, my gimmick is not going to work. So it's going to follow up with an Aqua Jet there, so I'm actually going to live there, surprisingly. I've got -1 in defense, the rain is up, but then again, this Water Turtle, I'm guessing, is max defense, max health, Everlighted, so obviously it is going to live a close combat at +2 thanks to its amazing natural defense and Everlight. It's so crazy in its defenses. It's got Rain Dish for its ability, so it's going to recover a little bit of health. Mach Punch is going to take out the Water Turtle. I do have Iron Fist on this set as well. Alright, so next is this Frogadier. Oh my goodness, this Frogadier. This Frogadier is so memorable. You'll see. Anyways, I go for the Mach Punch here, expecting a Water Suicune or something like that. It's got the Proton, obviously, so it's going to go for the U-turn, change into a Bug type. Now this is just going to miss out on the... Oh, actually, sorry, it did kill. I forgot. It's probably a Choice Bandit or something like that. I'm not actually too sure at this point in time. So yeah, U-turn did take out my Wukong. I'm guessing at -2 defense, it was pretty easy. But anyways, Croconaw is going to come out onto the field. So usually this is a Light Orb, Dragon Dance, Croconaw. That's usually what you see in NU. So I have a Mega Beedrill on my team. I've had this Beedrill sitting in my box since I started playing ORAS. So been wanting to use it for quite some time, and I'm probably playing this wrong because I'm so used to playing with normal. So yeah, probably why it's not at its max performance. Anyways, wait for the knockoff there. It knocked off a Life Orb, brought it down to the red. Ice Punch did a hell of a lot of damage there, so damn. That must have max attack and probably max speed. Anyways, I'm going to swap into my Kingdra here to take the Ice Punch. And that does a hell of a lot of damage there to Kingdra as well. So the rain stops, unfortunately, so no Swift Swim for me. I've been completely denied of it. Dragon Dance up there regardless for the +1 attack and speed. Ice Punch again. So this should take me just a little bit below my Lychee range. Unfortunately, it doesn't, so I kind of mispredicted that one, but that doesn't really matter because Waterfall is going to take out the Crocodile. Even without the +1 from Dragon Dance, that still would have went down. Alright, so next is Frogadier. So this is where things go absolutely shenanigan overload. I go for the Flail here because this is a interesting Kingdra set that I've made. And this thing has Focus Band. Of all the moves to have, it had a Focus Band. So that was really interesting. Goes for a Power Up Punch there. It's not going to kill my Kingdra. Does get the +1 in attack. And at the same time, I Lychee Berry activates, giving me a +1 in attack as well. So now I'm at +2 attack. Hopefully Focus Band doesn't kick in, and it doesn't, taking down the Frogadier. So that Frogadier definitely caused me a bit of trouble. Alright, so next up is Marsh Stomp. So usually, again, this is usually a defensive set, so I go for a flail to see how much this does with a +2 on attack and quite low damage. I only did about half damage there, so I'm guessing it's max health, max defense, which is usually what Marsh Stop wrong, Everlight. So I'm going to bring up my Beedrill again, just go for knockoff, just to knock off the Everlight. And this thing's carrying an Assault Vest, which is quite interesting because Everlight does the same boost to Marsh Stomp in special events plus raising its defense and doesn't lock it out of status moves. Anyways, it takes me out with the Rock Slide there, so yeah, that was pretty bad. Anyways, I'm going to send in my Entei here, so this is my choice scarf, Entei, and Return's going to take out this Marsh Stomp. Not really much else I could have used with Entei. I didn't want to lock into Sacred Fire because since this is an entire water type team. Anyways, his last Pokemon is Oshawott, so here's the most important question. Am I at max happiness? Indeed, I am not. This Entei hates me, so I fail as a Pokemon trainer. And Skull does a hell of a lot of damage too, so it's either this thing's running an Everlight or this thing is running a Choice Specs or it's max special attack or something, but that was a lot of damage. So Return is a 3-hit KO, unfortunately, and Oshawott is going to take out my Entei. So it's not every day I'm going to see a Little Cup Pokemon team take out an Entei. Alright, so this thing has... what does it have? It has leftovers, so it's a bulky set. Probably max defense, I'm guessing? I know, it's hard to tell with all these Pokemon. Alright, so Toxic there on the Porygon 2. It's not really going to make much difference since it's his last Pokemon, and it doesn't really matter what move I was going to use on this Porygon. Could have used Tri-Attack, could have used Shadow Ball, it was going to take out this Oshawott regardless, judging from the damage from Return. And that is game. So that in the end that was 2-0, and even though he was using a lot of NU Pokemon, that was still considerably close. Granted, I was using, as I said, a lot of situational gimmicks. My Infernape is actually an acrobatic set, so it's got Sword Dance and Focus Sash. The idea is to use Sword Dance, let the opponent take me down to my sash, and then I just start spamming acrobatics. May not be stab, but it's still hitting at 140, plus the massive attack boost from Sword Dance, it will do quite a lot. Iron Fist for Mach Punch, and Close Combat just for just pure power in case they don't knock me down to my sash. Entei, as I said, was my choice Scarfer. Beedrill was Mega Beedrill. As I said, I'm so used to running normal Beedrill, I've yet to really understand how to run Mega Beedrill. Plus, as I also mentioned, that was the first time using it, so I'm probably going to have to revise how to run a Mega Beedrill. So, I don't know, it looks like it to be an interesting Pokemon. It gets quite a lot of speed, it gets quite a lot of attack. I'm actually thinking about rebreeding it and putting Sword Dance on it and probably a few other moves. It's got Drill Run, for any other type of poison types want to come in, or any rock types. It's got knockoff obviously because it's a fast knockoff user. I think I had Poison Jab on it and maybe X Scissor. I think that's what the set I'm running at the moment is. But as I said, I want to actually rebreed my Mega Beedrill and change it up a little bit because I think it's a fail set. So yeah. Forks is the conventional special defensive wall, so Aromatherapy, Wish, I think Protect. I can't remember. I haven't used Aromatisse for quite some time, so that's why I brought it with me. Porygon 2 was obviously the Everlight set. It's a mixed wall actually. It's split defenses and defense and special defense, max health, charge beam, Tri-Attack, Shadow Ball, and what did I miss? I missed a move. Tri-Attack, Shadow Ball, charge beam. And wow, I'm blanking on my moves. And Recover, of course. And Kingdra is obviously my other gimmick set. Dragon Dance, Waterfall, Flail, and Iron Head with Lychee Berry as its item. So yeah, as I said, very interesting Pokemon for my opponent's side as well, given that was a theme team, mono water starter team. Very interesting indeed in the fact it did so well against my team as well. So yeah, that's it for tonight's battle, you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time of your day to check out this battle. Next week is going to be an absolute doozy of a battle. I managed to get 2 battles yesterday, so I'm going to leave the really, really epic one that I had for next week. So make sure to tune in for that one. So until